Hello.
So finally, we are doing the couples video. I'm pretty excited because we've been trying to get this done and trying to like set a time where we can film it. But I finally have all your guys' questions. I have paper towels in case I start crying. But okay, so for everyone in my groups and people that don't know, this is my boyfriend Daniel.
Hello.
We've been together for
It's gonna be almost 2 years.
almost 2 years.
Yeah,
It'll be 2 years in April. You like how I looked at him? He knew that answer. So not that long, but it feels like
I feel like it's been
a long time.
A long time. Exactly.
We met at work. So at first we were friends. We were really good friends.
First,
Yes.
my rule was never to date at work.
One. And what was your big second rule?
Not to date single mothers. I know. Don't hate me for that. I was ignorant about that. So.
At least he can admit it, right? So we were like really close friends. I don't even know how we became close friends. It just kind of like happened. We just kind of like, it was just easy, as if I'd known him forever. And I'm not like that at all. For those of you that know me, I'm not like that at all. It takes a while.
She's mean.
I'm mean. Yeah, okay, I'm mean. It's true. It takes a while for me to like get close to someone or like consider them like a really good friend. So like I would call him for like my dating advice and shit, and like tell him like this motherfucker, you know, like God. I would call him crying. So we were like good friends. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh shit. I think I'm really starting to like this little Guatemalan.
Oh,
He's Guatemalan, and that's his little nickname. I call him my little Guatemalan.
Oh my God.
So that has definitely catched on.
Oh my God.
This is now like my family and everyone knows him as the little Guatemalan, but you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm the one that caught feelings first, and I told him and was like, so I think I have feelings for you. What are you gonna do about that?
Well, first off, I was like, she's a single mother. So, it never caught my interest. And, guess eventually, I saw it falling for her as well. And, I caught feelings for her and didn't really think about that no more. I had to learn to accept it if I wanted to be in a relationship with her. So, it took time.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
That's a lot to, he's a lot younger. He's 7 years?
7 years.
7 years younger. He's 24, I'm 31. I have one baby, he's 6. So, I'm divorced. He's never been married, has no children. So, it was understandable that was a lot of responsibility, and I didn't want to date someone that couldn't handle that responsibility either.
Child.
So, it took a while, I feel like.
Definitely. Your son hated me.
My son's very protective. And was kind of like, who's this fool trying to move in on my mom? But now they are ridiculous. They're embarrassing.
Oh my God.
They're best friends, and like, mom who? Whatever. So now everything is great, but my point of that is, it took a little bit. It took hard work to get to where we're at right now, and we're really proud of that we've worked on our relationship. Before this whole cancer journey started, there were, of course, like every relationship, there's ups and downs. I wasn't sure if he was ready to be where I am in life.
We had our breakups.
We broke up. We got back together. And then, because I was like, I honestly was scared that he wasn't ready for, like, I want another baby. I want to get married again. I want to do things on my own. And he had never left home before and doesn't know what it's like to live on your own. Doesn't know what it's like to have kids. So I was like, I felt like I was almost pressuring him. So I didn't want to do that. So I left. And then
That lasts for a day.
it lasts for like a couple days, and I was like, my sister helped me realize, like, bitch, you're being stupid. Like, what else do you want from this man? So, long story short, we got back together, and I couldn't have been more definite in my decision.
And, and then it caught us by surprise, you diagnosed with breast cancer.
Everything was going great. We were looking for places to move out. Jobs were going good.
Right. Got a new job pretty much.
Yeah, he got a really good job. And so we were like, yes, like, this is great. And then all this happened and kind of put a pause on our life. And this is where we're at now. Mm-hmm. So I've been looking forward to this video. This is like the video I'm most looking forward to. So that you guys can like meet the man that I always talk about. And I think this video is going to be so helpful to couples out there because like I said, I follow like a bunch of groups, right? Like a bunch of support groups. And I show him all the time and I show my family all the time that it causes so many problems. Cancer, breast cancer in relationships. I can't believe how many problems it causes in relationships, especially for men. So I feel like it's a really good idea for him to give his point of view for men that are watching and going through the same thing, because whether they're as open about it or not as Daniel is, they're still going through it. So maybe this will help them open up, and maybe this will help them realize some things and help them maybe treat their woman different or nicer or better. Like, it doesn't always have to be awful.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
No woman deserves that, especially someone that's going through cancer. I think they should deserve more and better, comfort, love, and, feel safe. I think that's what every woman would deserve, that, going to cancer or not,
It's hard, and I think videos like this is a way for us to be there for you guys without physically and emotionally being there for you every day. So hopefully these questions will help. We put out on our social medias anyone that had any questions for like a few weeks. So we've been gathering them. And we have 9. So I think we got some 9. We broke them down, got some 9 solid good ones. So we'll get into them. Okay. So number 1, how do you prevent this disease from coming in between your relationship?
I'm sorry first.
Yeah, go ahead, baby.
I would say, let me see.
Wait for that again.
Sorry.
How do you prevent this disease from coming in between your relationship? How do we stop it from like taking over?
Honestly, I've never let it change. I always try to, we always make it, how can I say? Sorry. This is my first time doing a YouTube video.
It's
so
okay,
I apologize for this. So I would say, I don't let this stop us or get in between us. We always try to do something and try to forget what's going on. And, we like to go out a lot, and, we like to enjoy, going outside, enjoy each other's company. I always make her laugh all the time. She makes me laugh all the time. So honestly, I forget that. We go out, and I really don't think about it, because we're having fun. We are still living the life we always been doing, even before she had cancer. Just having fun, laughing, and I think that's just the best way, because I don't like that to be in between us, because then it just makes me be negative, and that's the last thing I want to do, is be negative for her. I want to be positive, and I want to be strong for her as well, because I feel like, she's the one that gives me more strength than I give her. To be honest, she just, I don't know. She makes me happy. And I really just try to, you know, live our life together no matter what, whatever's going on. We just
We don't let it take over.
right. We don't.
Even when we found out, like, we went, they told us that, okay, they told me he said I'm pretty positive it's breast cancer. And they took the biopsy results, and we waited to hear the results. We were waiting to have a call back.
Very anxious.
And we were at some mall.
Oh, we were at the mall. Yeah.
Down the hill.
Down the hill, correct.
I don't remember. We were in some mall,
Yeah,
of course, because we like malls.
Right. Yeah,
we like shopping.
I mean, we were anxious to know, so I always try to like I said, we try to go out so I could get that out of her mind as well, because it was stressful for me, and I for sure it was very stressful for her. You can only imagine. You're the one going through breast cancer. Just going through that all in your head. And that's why I try to go out with her as much as I can. Just try to relieve her mind, ease.
So I guess we just don't let it control us. We control our relationship. We control our moods. And if you're in a bad mood, it's because you're letting yourself be in a bad mood. So number 2, has the doctor said anything about progressing? No. So in the beginning, I was tested. I was biopsied, blood, everything that you can imagine. I'm tested pretty often. Scanned, everything. So the fact that the tumor has shrunk so much, it started out at 8 centimeters, and now it's 3. So they take that as it's working. So if, the chemo wasn't working, it wouldn't be shrinking. So, that, and they always feel under my armpits and the sides. I'm constantly getting checked. My tits are constantly out all the time. So, that's how they check if it's progressing. Of course, I have to tell them every little tiny side effect that I feel every time. But that's how they check. So the answer's no as of now, but we will know more when I go into surgery, and he can check the lymph nodes and make sure that those are clear. So as of right now, no, but that'll never be a definite answer for the rest of my life.
One more round to go?
One more round of chemo. Yes. The Tuesday.
Right.
So, how did you guys find ways to turn negatives into positives? I'd say our sense of humor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like,
that's true.
We laugh a lot. We do.
Time.
I feel like no matter what we do, we can have fun doing it.
Right.
It doesn't matter where we are.
Home,
Yeah.
outside, restaurant, anywhere. To be honest, we just stupid little things we say that
just
makes
ourselves.
us laugh. Pretty much our sense of humor. It's just sarcasm. All that. We just
you have to make things fun.
Right.
You can't. Yes, this is serious, and there's a time to be serious. There's a time to be sad. There's a time to be, down. There's a time to discuss serious things, but it's like we do that multiple times a week. So at least twice a week, I'm down at Loma Linda. Right. So the rest of that time is our time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, I don't know.
We don't let negative get in between us. Like the first question, we just try to always have fun. We make sure
uplift
that's
each
not
other.
Yeah, and that's not in our head, because that's not fun at all to have that in our head. And that's the last thing I want her is to be feeling down, feeling depressed about it. As much as I know it's been hard. So, but we always find ways to turn the negatives into positive, and we just
I feel like personally, if I hear something negative, like, for instance, when, yes, they told me I had cancer, and that's a negative. And when they told me it's not metastatic, which means it's not spreading, that was a positive. So yes, I have cancer. Yes, it sucks, but it's getting better and it's not spreading. That is a huge win. That is a huge positive. So even though there's something negative happening, it could always be worse.
Right.
Always find a positive in something bad. Because no matter how shitty you feel, no matter how hopeless you feel, or no matter how down you feel, there's someone out there that has it way more worse than you. And way worse than your family. And way more worse than your diagnosis. Like, always feel blessed. Always be positive. Because you are.
Sure.
How did the diagnosis change the direction of your relationship? I guess we kind of answered that one a little bit, like where we were before all this happened.
Right. I mean, it's definitely made us stronger.
Yes.
Definitely stronger and got us a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, in the beginning, it wasn't all rainbows, you know. We had our ups and downs. We would argue a lot and, you know, we would fight a lot constantly, to be honest.
Or stupid shit.
Correct. And
just like, you know, what do you call it?
Nitpicking.
Bickering. Yeah, like back and forth.
Right, for stupid little things, you know.
And now it's like, when we argue, it's not that big of a deal. Because we know what is a big deal. We're going through some big deals. So when we're fighting over stupid shit, like, did you do the laundry? Like, you know, like, that doesn't matter.
Right. Just, you know, just get it done. Pretty much it. And
I feel like it's put in perspective what really matters.
Right.
So the little things, I feel like, are just stay little things, and we don't make them into big things, like most relationships do. I mean, when you argue, it's mainly because you're making little things into big things.
Right, and you know, I think this whole journey that we're going through, we just learn to appreciate one another a lot more now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
definitely.
Yeah, it's gotten us a lot closer, to be honest, with this whole journey. And you know, I'm just always trying to be there for her, you know, comfort her, and you know, make it feel special, loved, beautiful. You know, I think that's just the best way, you know, as a man, you know, as her man, I should be doing that.
He's so precious.
Like,
I just love you.
oh my
God. I also feel like oh shit, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna add something and now I don't remember. I really don't remember. I really was gonna add something. I know. Okay. What holds you together on this journey as a mom? I would say being a mom. That holds me together. That makes me put focus in being a mom. That makes me put focus, like, okay, you still got to do this. You still got to make his lunch. You still got to get him ready for school. You still got to get up ready. And you got to get yourself ready. Then you got to get him ready. Like, those things help me take my mind off of it. And it keeps a normal schedule for me. So it helps me feel normal because I still have the schedule as I did before. If that makes sense.
Right.
Of course it's hard. Yeah, of course it's hard. Like when he makes comments, for like a while, he made comments about my bald head. And he would be like,
oh my God.
Yeah, like every freaking week, man. He'd be like, oh man, your hair's still not growing back, Mom.
Like,
and I'm like, yeah, honey, it's not gonna grow back for a while. You know, like I had to keep reminding him that yes, Mommy has no hair. Yes, it's not growing back.
And he would say too, like, oh, don't take it off, I think.
Oh yeah, and he would be like, Mommy, can you put a beanie on? Or, mommy, I like your wig. Can you put your wig on?
Oh my god.
And then I'd like look at him like, what? And he'd be like, but you're so beautiful, mommy. You're so beautiful. So I'm like,
Oh my god.
so those kind of things are like hard to hear, especially since having no hair is like my biggest insecurity with all of this. So, but you know, he's 6. He doesn't know any better. So that's just what, that's also his, I feel like his big insecurity with mommy being sick is that I don't have any hair.
Right.
So I have to keep reminding myself that, you know, he's just little.
But now I feel like he's getting used to it now.
Yeah.
He doesn't say
Now
anything about it
he'll
no more.
touch my head now, whereas before, like, that wasn't a thing.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of like scared of it.
Traumatized.
Yeah, which I don't fucking blame him. I am too, and it's my head.
Really?
But now, just like the other day, I'm starting to grow hair back. Thank God. But it's like, you know, like cotton fuzz hair. It's not like,
Right.
it's not like hair. So like the other day, he's like, "Oh, mommy, your hair is growing back," because he could like see me in the light when I was like making his lunch, and I was like, I know. It was so exciting. So he was like filling my head. So those kind of things, the fact that he finds positive in little things like that too, that helps me too. And I really feel like that stems from us being positive about it. That us being positive to him with it is also helping him be positive with mommy being sick. Right. So he'll ask, like, "Mommy, you have the doctors today?" Or, "Mommy, you have chemo?" He asked me if I have chemo, but he doesn't really know what chemo is.
Oh, we ain't gonna stop working again.
Yeah, or he'll ask me, you know, like, when...
You don't go to work.
You don't go to work, yeah. How come you don't work no more? So, like, once in a while, it's like a little... This little thought pops in his head, and he's like, "Hey, Mom," you know, and he'll ask about that. But I feel like by us staying positive and us kind of telling him what's next, what's, you know, in kid terms, not like really what's going to happen next, you know, but in like kid terms, that helps
him understand.
That helps him understand. And my baby he just likes to know what's next. He likes to have a plan.
Right.
He's just like Mom.
Oh my God.
He likes to have a plan. So as long as we tell him that and keep him updated, he's positive about it. And so that helps me stay positive. Helps me stay on my toes. What's a big positive and what's a big negative about this whole journey?
Big positive. I would say our relationship, not just as you and I, but also with Kai.
Us 3.
Yeah, us 3. That's one of the biggest positive. We've, I've come a long way, and me taking care of both of them as well. I prepare his lunch for school as well, or get him ready for school. Because even though I've never done this, because I don't have kids, so well, now I do, my stepson. So I help around as much as I can, and doing that,
he helps out a lot.
A
lot. It's okay, baby. He helps out a lot. Like he does laundry. He will clean. If he knows that I don't feel good, I don't have to ask. And I love that. I don't have to ask. Like, honey, I don't have to ask like 10 times. Can you please move this? Can you please do laundry? Because I don't feel good. Like he's already on top of it because he knows that I don't feel good. He sees that I don't feel good. Because even though I don't, I'll still try to like do things because that's just me. I can't just like lay in bed. Like I'll still get up and I'll still do things for Kai, and I'll still try to cook, and I'll still try to do this, even though I really shouldn't. And he'll see that, and he'll step in, and it allows me to rest. And
right, and I feel like it's changed me a lot. Like from being, I guess, not doing things for myself.
Independent.
Now, correct, pretty much independent, and I do a lot more now. I learn a lot of new things that I didn't do because I was a lazy guy. So
because he was a single guy.
Pretty much, so
that lived at home with his mom. So mom did everything.
Oh, thanks.
Well, baby.
I have friends watching this, so.
Friends watching.
Oh,
But
God.
the point is, okay, that he stepped up.
I've grown a lot.
Yes.
And, and I do a lot more things independent.
Mm-hmm.
So, as one of the biggest
Positives.
positive that's impacted my life,
And what's a big negative?
Big negative. Damn. Thought of this one. I would say.
Okay, you think of your negative, and I'll tell them my positive. Okay, so my positive is, I think that's a good one that you said, baby, with the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel Kai knows he could trust
Oh yeah.
Daniel, and I feel like that was a big step for him, and that was also a big step for me, letting a man in, trusting him with my child. That was a big deal. And you single mothers out there, you understand. It's really hard to relinquish control, especially when you don't feel good, and you have to give them all control. Like, okay, he's gonna make his lunch, he's gonna take him to school, he's gonna drive him to school. I don't know about a lot of you guys, but that gives me anxiety. Like, other people driving my kid, it really, I don't know.
I suck at driving.
Because he's horrible at driving, but let's not get into that,
Oh,
okay?
God.
We try to be positive here.
Oh my God.
And and so that's a big deal. So that's a big positive. Babe, you had all this time to think of your negative, and you still haven't thought of your negative?
I was just listening to you. Sorry. Oh my God. I don't know. Like, I guess I can say for this whole, not this whole thing, this whole journey.
For some of it.
I guess I can say one of the biggest negative is that we couldn't move out. That was one of our biggest.
We had to put our
plan.
life on pause.
Correct. We had to put our life on pause. That was our biggest plan, was to move out last year. But now we have to hold on, and till she beats cancer, which she will, and we're looking forward to that. Moving out and having our own place, because I'm looking forward to that. To be honest, I've never lived on my own or lived out with somebody, and with a baby as well. So I'm really hoping for this year to happen, because I like to start my own life.
I'd say that's definitely my negative too.
Yeah.
Is putting
It's holding us back.
Our life. It's not only my life, but it's his life. It's Kai's life. It's our family's life. Starting a family, like
Right.
all that is put on pause. So that's definitely the big negative for us, because we were like full steam ahead, and then it was like skirt. So that's definitely the negative. What advice would you give other men to help their partner feel loved and beautiful?
Good question. I would say, honestly, is to appreciate her a lot more now. Especially, going through this whole thing, it's not easy. And, and the last thing, you don't want her to make you feel, alone. Nobody wants to feel alone. And I think every woman, going through this will want her man to, feel loved and appreciate them, a lot more. Especially going through this is very tough. It's me seeing it in perspective was really hard for me. It's, who would have thought that I was gonna go through this? Me being young, and so dating someone that's a lot old. Not a lot older, but older than me.
Oh no, he's trying to call me old as hell. You don't hear this?
Not older.
I was all feeling sappy and shit right now, like, oh my God, I made it to question 7, like not crying, and then you're gonna call me old.
So it's just, the best way to do is, take care of her, be there for her, make her, give her strength, because that's what she needs, because it's hard, it's really hard, and, that's what I've been doing for her, is just be there for her as much as I can. I work, even though I work a lot, overtime and everything, I try to do my best to be there for her, and also Kai, because they both need me, and I know she needs me the most as well. So do whatever you can to make her happy. Because this going through this whole journey is it's just not easy. She has her moods change all the time. From sadness to crying. And I know how to comfort her. I know how to make her feel loved. So, I bring her snacks if I need to as well. I get her Starbucks. I know that makes her happy. Food. So just honestly, it's not that hard. It is not that hard. It's the little things that make her happy.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to tell it to you guys out there. Men out there. I know you might think it's gonna be a long journey, and it is. But it doesn't always have to be negative. It could be positive. She needs you more than anything. And I've heard a lot of stories. She shared with me. Like
Sad.
the post, right? Married men that have left their women just because of that. I'm like, you are
'Cause they
dating
can't
her.
handle the stress.
Right.
They look. They don't do as much. They don't cook anymore. They don't want to have sex no more. Everything like these selfish ass men. Okay, leaving these poor women, married, not married. I mean, because they don't do everything for them anymore.
Right. No, it's pretty messed up. And
I think it's I think adding on to this question, I think it's good for you to tell them your thoughts on when you saw me for the first time with no hair. Because I think this goes really good with that
Right.
question.
Right.
Because it goes with feeling beautiful. And
No,
when that happened, I was far from feeling beautiful.
Right, yeah, she was hysterical. I was at work, and I know her best friend, Ruby, ended up, shaving her head, completely bald.
Mm-hmm.
First time seeing it coming back home from work. I think I came out early that day.
It was
as
like
well.
1:30 in the morning.
Right, came out early, and and when I saw her, honestly, I cried, and I was just, you're beautiful. Like, I was just stunned, and shocked. Doesn't change anything to me at all,
Oh, you gonna make me cry.
Like, I didn't date her for her beauty. I did her because of her soul. She made me feel special. And that's what really attracted me of her because, like I said, I didn't want to date a single mother. So that was a big thing because I've rejected single mothers before, and she's one of them that, I caught on to, and ended up falling in love for, her soul, her sense of humor, and, she made me feel appreciated. It's just like my birthday, that day when you made me, got me a birthday cake. Growing up poor, I didn't get those at all. So for her to get me that, it meant a lot to me. That's just from the heart.
It was his first birthday cake he's ever had.
Right.
For his 24th birthday.
Right. See, yeah, because we never celebrate like that. So, it really made me feel special. And, and that's the reason why, I realized I didn't fall in love with her for her beauty. I fall in love for her soul. I just adore her and I love her.
You're so precious, baby. I love you.
I love you too, babe. So,
Well, I did pretty good. I got to the 7th question before I cried. Okay, number 8. What's important for men to know starting off in this journey?
Oh. Well, first things first, that for sure, I would say the sex part.
Mm-hmm.
Men
Well,
should
that's the
know
next,
that.
that's the next
Boy, starting this journey, men should know
one. Mm-hmm.
that, it's going to be tough. And, let's see. Back me up here.
Back me up here because I'm the man. Okay. You guys are going to have to start being a little bit more independent. because I feel
There
women,
you go, sure.
when women take care, most, not all,
Yeah.
do a lot in the relationship. We cook, laundry, take care of the kids, work, house, bills, do all this stuff, and take care of you. So now the roles are going to have to be reversed, and you're going to have to be okay with that.
It's true.
You're going to have to accept the responsibility that you need to step up. Not saying that maybe you're not already stepping up, and maybe you're, not saying that you're not doing a lot already, but now you're going to have to do even more.
Even more, right.
And because that's just how it is.
Gonna be, yeah.
And you have to be okay with that. You got to be willing to deal with the ups and the downs. Like he said, sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm crying, other times we're laughing until I'm crying, it's a lot of ups and downs, and
right.
You got to be willing to go on that roller coaster with her.
If you love her, you got to be willing to do anything for her, whether she's, going through cancer or not. And,
yeah.
That's the best way to put it. Just be there for her.
There's nothing easy and
definitely not easy.
And
it's been hard.
Bright and shiny about this journey. There's not. They don't say cancer sucks for no reason. There's a lot of ugly. You're gonna see a lot of ugly too.
Right.
That's also a big thing. It's like I can't hide the ugly from him, because he's seen it all. Your partner will really see the lowest of lows and the highest of highs and all that's in between. And both of you have to be okay with that.
Right.
And the last thing that us women want to worry about is our man going to leave us?
Right, that's true.
Because I have no hair, or because I don't want to have sex, or because I don't want to fucking cook tonight. You cook. So, or, you take care of the kids. You bathe the kids. There's a lot you're going to have to do.
Right. There's things that sometimes I don't want to do it, but, I'm doing it. And I'm not doing it, I'm doing it for her as well, because I want to be there for her. And, for men out there that's going to start this journey, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be easy. But if you love her, like I said, you'll do anything for her.
Mm-hmm.
Step up your game.
That's it broken down. That's it broken down.
I guess have a child. Take care of your child as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you work full time, suck it up.
You got to figure it out.
Be the man, and take care of her as well, because she can't do it all when she's going through all this. It's not easy.
Which leads us into our last question, which is the most requested question. And if you have kids watching this, or, mom, hey mom, because mom watches all my videos, my sister, girl, get the kids out of the room, because now is the sex question.
Oh my God.
So many people in my social media and his social media, they ask, do you guys still have sex? Huge question.
And the answer to that is, we still do. It depends on her mood as well. It's hard because her sex drive is not there no more. It's not as much as when it used. Before she got cancer. Now it's unpredictable. But we still have it. We still make love. And
he called it make love.
Oh my God, really?
That's why I love him. Especially with breast cancer, some could be different, but mine is estrogen fed. So I'm on medication and shots to stop my estrogen. And in the very beginning, like the first appointment, they told us in the very beginning, this will take away your sex drive.
Right.
This will make you you don't have those feelings, and it's really freaking weird.
Right.
It's really weird to be how you've always been as an adult. Think of how you've always been sexually as an adult, and then all of a sudden
Right.
you're completely different.
Mm.
So that it's weird to like
Right, being sexually
navigate
active and
navigate the both of them.
just things change out of nowhere. You know, it changes and yeah. So
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I have to talk myself into not having sex, but I have to like almost like prep myself because I have zero drive.
right.
And a lot of, and like so many women don't. And this is like the biggest complaint with men is like, we don't have sex no more. They don't have sex no more. Like,
Right.
it really takes it away. But it's not just, yes, I have cancer. Yes, I am the one going through something, but I'm not the only one in the relationship. And I think it's also important for the women's side of it. So I think it's important also for me to say that how I think about it is I'm not the only one in the relationship. Like, my man also needs that too. That's also something that he needs. And I can't forget about that. And that's also what helps me when I like almost have to like mentally prep myself that like I need to. And I think it's also good for the relationship. It's good for me. Gets our mind off of it. It almost helps you feel like you're like back in your routine.
Right.
It almost helps you feel like none of this is happening, and especially since I still have boobs. Like I lose them March 18th.
Right.
So yeah, so it's gonna be weird. Like I probably
Enjoy
should,
it while I can.
right? We probably should start having more sex because I like this is gonna be the last few months that you're really
Right.
gonna see them.
It's true. It's true.
But I mean, like, how would you say? I want you to be honest about how it is not having the sex though, and how you help that not like just be your main focus, or how you do not get sexually frustrated
Oh.
with me.
Well, I mean, I understand what she's going through, and I wouldn't expect that from her at all. Because I respect that, and I just wouldn't push it at all, because I want her to enjoy it as well, just as much as I will enjoy. So, I don't want to feel her like I need to force her to do it. I want us to both enjoy it, not just for myself, for my pleasure. That's just it's not right. It's common sense. So, I mean, the best way for me to get that out of my mind, because honestly, I'm sexually active. I really am. So
He's 7 years younger, so this whole bitch has to keep up.
Oh my God, I'm like the Energizer. So anyways, so the best way for me to try to get that out of my mind and not be sexually frustrated, I mean, work, that's one of them as well. Work full time, overtime as well. I go to the gym, not every night, but every once in a while when I get out of work.
Mm-hmm.
I got back into doing art, which I specialize more in graffiti art. So I do that more often now, and that keeps me
You keep busy with hobbies.
yeah, pretty much. So it gets me distracted, and I just try to find something to do to distract myself, But art and gym is one of my biggest things I like to do. If I had my bike, I would be biking outside a lot more. But
So you find physical things.
Pretty much physical work,
to distract you from being
right
sexually physical.
Correct. So that's the best way to help, because it's hard not to have it, because we went from having it every day to every once in a while now. Out of the moon, it's rare now. So yeah, so it's honestly really hard. So that's just the best way for me to just distract myself and do art, because a lot of people that follow me on Instagram know, or people I know personally know, I love graffiti art. So that's one of my biggest things. I distract myself with that all the time, and it's helped me a lot with growing up as well. So that's one of the ways to ease my mind.
I think it's important to be open. to be very open with your partner in communication. That is a big thing for us. That's also a huge thing that has grown is our communication.
No, it's true.
We've always had, we've always, I
It was
think we've
hard.
had good communication, but I think it's gotten so much better
Right.
in like hearing the other person, not just like automatically getting like super defensive,
Right.
but like actually listen to the person and
Yeah, just be straightforward. You know, don't hide anything, and you know, for the men out there, you know, hey, tell her how you feel. You know, and if you're in a relationship, you know, and if that's what you're looking for, only, you know, be honest with her. Don't drag her. You know, and then later she finds out you're cheating on her. You know.
yeah.
You know, it might be hard. You know, for women out there that, you know, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not interested anymore. Go look for another woman that can give me what I need. It might be hard, but hey, at least he was honest with you. He didn't find out that he was, you know, he was cheating on you. I think that's just the best way to do it. Just, you know, be honest with her and, you know, tell her how you feel. And if that's what you want to do, then, you know, hopefully she don't stop you, because nobody wants to be with someone that's toxic and, you know,
Doesn't want
she
to
don't
be
want
there
to
for
deal
the
with
right
it.
reasons.
Right, right. And I don't think you want to deal with that. You know, you're already going through the toughest thing, you know, toughest battle, and that's the last thing you want to worry about is worrying about your, you know, your boyfriend, or, you know, or even your husband, you know, cheating on you, and it sucks, you know, but it's the truth, and no woman deserves that, you know.
I think not. I think not having like sex and not being not saying that like we were only focused on physical, I'm not saying that,
Right.
but not having that be a main focus has allowed us to focus on other things in our relationship that needed work on.
That's true.
Like communication, or you know, like we said that we used to like bicker, or you know, him learning to do more things on his own and stuff like that. Like I really think that helped us work on other areas.
That's true. That's true.
And again, you need to be open. You need to communicate that. And if it's hard, then just say that it's hard. But know that going into it, there's not going to be a lot of sex. Like, we've been poked, we've been prodded. We have had the worst news of our life. Like, we're going to have surgery. We're mentally,
No babies.
yes, we're mentally fucked up and emotionally unstable, and the last thing on our mind is making sure that you are sexually satisfied.
Right.
That is the last thing on our mind. And for some people, I've also read that for some women, they're like, no, I have as much sex as I can because it gets my mind off of it. It helps me stay, like, literally get physical, like exercising. It helps me do this. It helps me do that. It helps my partner. So I've heard the opposite. But, you know, like 95,
but in most cases, yeah.
95%,
Right.
you know, we're like, it's not happening.
Right.
So I truly, like, appreciate the fact that, you know, I can lay in bed and we can spoon and you're not, you know, stab me in the back with your hard dick. So, because, you know, he wants sex, you know?
Forgive me, guys.
Like, I
Oh
truly,
my God.
I appreciate that. Like, don't push me.
Right. No,
Because
yeah,
to me, that's like, that I would be pissed. Because I'd be like, why are you shoving that in my face? Like, I don't
my
fucking
God.
want to. So,
That's true. That is true. You know, like I said, you know, I wouldn't force her, and like I said, I just want her to enjoy it as much as I will enjoy it. So it's just depends on her mood, and you know, if it happens, it happens.
so he leaves it up to me.
Correct.
And I feel that, yes, we do, but he leaves it up to me. And I feel that that's fair.
Right.
But I also feel like I'm being fair because I don't not have sex with him because I don't have that drive anymore, because I feel like that's not fair to him. So I also I really do try to take his feelings and his needs and his wants into consideration as much as mine, because it's not just about me. So, and again, that goes back to communication.
Right.
So
Yeah, and overall, I mean, honestly, our relationship has gotten stronger. You know, we love each other a lot more now. We appreciate each other a lot more. Cause like I said, you know, in the beginning, shit, it was rough.
In the
Fucking bumps
beginning,
after
bitch, I could
bumps.
not stand you.
Drag me up the fucking wall all the fucking time. Sorry for the language for kids who are listening. So
No, they should be out of the room right now because this is still part of the sex conversation.
oh my god. But yeah, so yeah, it's just communication has gotten a lot better. Just a lot better, to be honest.
Yeah.
We communicate a lot more, and you know we get along better. You know we enjoy each other, especially when we're cruising. That's all. Yeah,
I also used to see a counselor. I don't right now because I literally feel like
I'm her counselor now.
oh my god. I literally feel like me and her just like shoot the shit all the time. So oh my god, which I miss her. And if you're watching, hey girl. But like I just feel like right now it's not needed, but maybe after my surgery, like I'll go back to it. But I feel like that also could help. And I've said this before in my other videos. Like I feel maybe a couple counselor would be very beneficial to some couples, or you could talk to your counselor. Just the woman can talk to the counselor about, you know, how she can communicate better or how he can communicate better. I feel like that really helped. That was a good outlet for me to have in the beginning.
Right. Because you were still, you know, learning to cope with it.
Right.
Yeah, so it's hard.
Right. I mean, happy pills definitely help too. Like
the drugs.
Yeah. Amen. No way. No. No way could I like not be on like a Prozac, okay, during this time. Because I would just like cry all the time. I would probably really would just cry all the time.
It's true.
But I think
Every
a counselor.
Night, you cry a lot at night.
Yeah. Oh, that's also, you know, something that we also wanted to share. Like a lot of people are like, you know, you're so positive. How do you stay so positive? You're so, which I appreciate that because I am positive and I work hard at being positive. But, you know, it wasn't always easy for me to be positive. Like the first 3 weeks were absolute torture.
Yeah.
And, you know, you find out and then, you know, that all they tell you is the C word. And you're like, their first thought is, I'm dying. That's literally their first thought. And I'm sure if you know, if you think like, oh my God, if I got told I had cancer, that would be your first thought, right?
Right.
So, you know, it takes like 3 weeks at the fastest, at the soonest, okay, to find out results from biopsies. So it took 3 whole weeks. We waited 3 whole weeks for them to tell us, yes, you have cancer. Yeah, yes, and hard. That it was not spreading. So earlier he had asked me how, along the lines of like, how do I keep myself positive? How did I stay positive the whole time? And I was positive in the beginning, but I would say like when I got the news that it wasn't spreading and that it was only in my lymph nodes and in my right breast, to me that gave me the fire to tell myself, I got this. Like I'm gonna kick this cancer's ass. To me, that was the only answer that I was waiting on, and that really has like kept me positive, is the fact that it hasn't spread, hasn't gone anywhere else, and the doctors feel very confident that once I have this surgery that it will be done, and after radiation, and we can move on with our life.
Exactly. So
that is what keeps me positive every day, is that I see a light at the end of the tunnel, and I can plan, you know, because I'm a planner. So I feel like that's something positive that you guys, negative, that you guys can turn into a positive as well, for those of you going through it.
It's not the end.
Right, to look at it that way. It's not an end. It's not a period. It's kind of like a comma. So it doesn't mean that like you still can't do the things that you want to do. It doesn't mean that you still can't be the things that you want it to be. It just means that not right now.
Right. It's gonna slow you down, but it doesn't mean it should stop you.
Yes.
Continue what you're doing. Continue to enjoy your life. You know, like I said, I know knowing that you have breast cancer, you know, doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but you can still do what you love to do.
Yes.
You shouldn't let that stop you at all.
Yeah. Don't stop. Don't let it stop you guys from being you guys. Don't let it stop you from being you. Like, keep yourself as much as you can. That way you don't lose sight of who you are and your goals and what you still want to accomplish and all of that. And that you'll be surprised on how positive that you're being is also helping so many others be so positive. You will be surprised at the ripple effect that you will have on other people in your life and how it will change their life because they're like, wow, she has cancer and she's going through this and she's so positive.
Right.
And it really has. Coworkers and friends and people who haven't even met me have from his work and on social media have all told me that because they watch my videos, and to me that also keeps me positive.
And by the way, thank you all to those who, you know, friends of mine who always said, you know, keep praying for her.
Yes, thank you.
Really appreciate those, you know, sweet words for the both of us and for her especially. And, you know, I really appreciate all that because all that, you know, really helps. You know, makes me happy, makes her happy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, really, I really appreciate all those sweet words. You guys always send messages to me.
They don't go unnoticed. He shows me.
Right.
And I'm really thankful for all of you, especially who I haven't even met all of you.
She's
coming to me and you know, coming to him and writing him and telling him all those things. Like she's amazing.
A lot stronger than she was before, to be honest.
Yeah. And I've always been
to be honest.
And I've always been a tough bitch.
Oh my god. Yeah, but you're much tougher now. She's just very strong. You know, like I said, she's giving me more strength than I've given her. Because, you know, like I said, watching her, you know, days where she couldn't get up, you know, her 1 4? No, the chemo.
My port.
No, the chemo rounds. 1 through 4.
Oh yeah, 1 through 4.
Toughest rounds, you know, and it broke me to see her, you know, lay in bed, not able to get up. You know, it's just, you know, because I've never seen her like that, you know, so it's sad. But, you know, she's a lot stronger mentally and physically, you know. She's just, I admire her. I truly admire her for her strengths. And keep fighting, baby. You got this.
We got this.
Yes. Very good. We got this.
So I hope you guys enjoyed our video. And thank you for everyone again that wrote in and gave us questions. And thank you for everyone that's just there behind both of us. Not only me, but behind both of us and rooting for us both.
Right.
And that send us messages and prayers all the time. Thank you so much, you guys. And I hope you guys continue to follow us on our journey. And I hope you guys enjoyed this couple video because it was a lot of fun.
Sorry, but it kind of sucked, you know.
I kind of got stuck. You did good, baby.
Kind of got stuck, so I apologize if the video's not the best, so, but I did my best. It's my first time doing it, so.
We don't care if it's not the best, because it is what it is.
It's true that.
Amen.
Thanks,
guys.
Bye.